Welcome to the show. Monday through Thursday, I'm going to turn the camera on and let you in. Not the highlight reel, not the polished, of course, version where everything went perfect and nobody sweated through their shirt. The real thing, the editing, the decisions, the weddings we're proud of, and the old footage that, yes, makes me cringe. How the work actually gets made and who's making it. Here's the thing about wedding photography and videography, in my opinion. You're trusting someone with the single most important day of your life. And you usually get to see about 2% of who they actually are before you book them. A pretty website, a highlight reel, a logo, that's really never sat well with me. So this is my fix. 4 days a week, an hour a day. I'm going to show you the care behind the work. The good, the messy, the honest. And look, I'm going to warn you now, my life is a little crazy. 3 kids, a wife who learned to expect the what ifs from me. So this won't just be about the work. It's going to be about the whole ride. Buckle up. When the sand runs out, we're done for the day. Let's get into it. All right, everyone. Well, this is where it gets interesting. I'd love to kick things off with taking you guys back in time. Yes, I guess call it a history lesson. And I'm going to take you back to 2012, believe it or not. This is going to be one of our earliest cinemas. And I'm just going to throw myself under the bus here because I think it's going to be refreshing to see. Definitely get a laugh, I'm sure, out of me as far as the botches and mistakes and things I did that I would never do nowadays. But yeah, I think it's a learning experience, but also a humbling one where we can see where we are today. So without further ado, I'm going to walk you guys through one of our earliest attempts of a cinema. Now, this video, from what I remember the groom's name. I feel like I know the bride's name. I wouldn't bet on it. But I do remember meeting with her mom, of course, at a Starbucks. She was one that kind of handled everything. And as far as dating us, this venue still exists, obviously, but it's changed names. And I've still always known it for the Narnia Estates. Now, the Montebello Estates. But without further ado, I'm going to bring you guys in and let's take a look. Now, quick thought as well. So this was my earliest attempt of a cinema. This was me going above and beyond, of course, for the couple, if you will, and something I'm, I guess, notoriously known for. And this was a little add-on because back then our end product was a much longer film. So buckle up. Here we go. Man. All right, let's see. This is going to be interesting. Here we go. Full screen. Yep. I spent forever working on this. As far as those titles, I remember the opening title. September 7th, 2012. Congrats to the Garcias.
You got this, baby.
Get it, girl. Amy, I'm only doing this because I love you very, very much. This is,
Nothing like some ghosting.
The first time I sang this song in front of my family was
Monday.
a year ago. And after that, Amy's like, you're singing that at my wedding. And I was like, oh my God, I almost died there.
Creative. I'll give myself that. It's a creative shot. I'll take that. It's 2012. I remember that. That's completely changed as far as the layout of that area.
Erica, what are you doing? Introduce, she's playing the guitar.
Never gets old. Groom reactions level. So that was a thing too. Style has changed a little bit, and it's fun to see over the years. But it's been a minute since I've seen a veil, I guess, like that. I think I'm totally going to throw myself under the bus and probably miscategorize this. But was it called a bird cage? That's what I knew it as. Anyways, let's keep rolling.
Before God, they are husband and wife, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And now, kiss your bride.
Get it. So a few things before I forget. I do remember, of course, I don't think you guys understand how challenging it was to get audio back then. I mean, at least the gear I had, it was like this Line 6 set for the lapel. You had to like go plug the box in by this wall. You had to have batteries, of course, and batteries, because now batteries are built into all these recorders nowadays. And there were always these issues of like, all right, cool, if we're going to plug this box in and we need power for it, we need this box as close to the camera because we have to run a cable from the box, the receiver, to the camera. Oh, dude, this was just a headache for years. And even then, you would still have issues with like signals dropping and just never fun. You all new young bucks, young shooters are so spoiled. You have no clue how good you have it. So I'm not going to dog the photographer. That's not the goal of this. But I am even like, what in the world? Maybe they told him they wanted him up there as far as that goes. And also on my edit side, just laughing because it was like she walks down the aisle, boom, they kiss. Like that was quick. But audio-wise, it's a bit of a train wreck, but I'm going to give myself a little grace and the creativity back then. Because remember, cinemas are relatively new back then, right? So this was, I'm going to take a creative pro from this, okay? One other thing I want to check. 720, baby. 720 quality-wise. Now I'm shooting the A1 Mark II, and it can shoot in 8K. It's insanity. Absolute insanity. All right, let's keep rolling with this. All right, timestamps. I didn't really see any tablets yet. I don't think they were a thing quite yet. I did see one point and shoot camera. I haven't seen those in forever. And if you have one, hey, no shame.
American Idol,
And the water is rising quick.
That clock's still there. And it still says Narnia, which I love. And kind of brings me back every time I'm at this venue because I'm like, man, I remember when it was Narnia Estates. And so it's always refreshing and humbling to see that when I'm back shooting a wedding.
I was scared of it. 'Cause when the one will subside, so I won't leave your side. No, I can't.
Point and shoot, baby. Point and shoot. If you got your point and shoot, like I said, more power to you, man.
Leave your side. Hey now, this is my desire. Consume me like a fire. I just want something beautiful to touch me. I know that I'm being reached. I am down on my knees, waiting for something beautiful.
I guess I don't know why I was doing so many black and white as well. I mean, now I don't think I ever do any black and white. And maybe just the coloring was horrendous. Now you can color grade and you're shooting in log. And if I'm speaking a different language at this point, I apologize. But long story short, today it is much more easier to, I mean, there's more work into it, but your footage is much more usable, if you will. But I'm assuming, I can guess that's why I was doing black and white, or maybe that was a thing. Maybe I liked it. I don't know. I don't remember why I was doing that. Check the gear. That's my gear right there, baby. Let's go. Camcorder. Ah, man, that was the old Canon camcorders. And That might have been the XA10 if you are into cameras and a fellow videographer. Yeah, that was my go-to back then. That XA10 was, I remember ponying up and buying that thing. And yeah, it was expensive, but it looked cool, man, with the handle and the specs I liked. And yeah, that's the gear for sure, man. What a blast from the past. Must have been a pretty decent photo team as far as, I mean, if you got a lighting guy walking around with a light, I do remember that was kind of a thing for a while. And I mean, obviously I wouldn't do things he was doing. It was a different time as far as like where you are in relation to special moments, so you don't impact them. But I'm assuming this was probably a higher end shooter, kind of looking at the team that was there and kind of how they were, the equipment they had and how they're moving. Oh, snap. Look at those special effects, baby. The sparkles, the sparkles. This may have been edited on iMovie, if I were being honest. There's a good chance it may have been iMovie, or this was the earliest rendition for me into the world of Final Cut Pro. Man. I'm going to give myself some kudos here. Look at this creative shot. I got the bride back over here. She's tearing up. And then I got Greg sharing a dance with his mom. It was super sweet. Like I said, it's so funny you remember these things. I remember meeting with her at Starbucks. And yeah, I'll bring another note. This is going to be full circle here shortly. I kind of have like a memory like an elephant, I guess. That's a man that loves his mom. Get it, Greg. Look how happy she is. That's awesome. I feel like this could be like a history exam as well. I mean, I don't know if you guys didn't notice, but like as they're doing those special dances, I don't really see a million phones out recording it, which kind of happens nowadays. So, yeah. I mean, it would have been terrible, the footage, I am sure, if you were recording it on your phone trying to, video-wise. Back to the black and white. I'm surprised. I think I've only seen one spot where it was ghosting bad. Gotta love them. There's always a few of these peeps at the wedding, and we thank you. Cheers to you guys. You guys make these nights extra special. I love seeing it, man. And you know what? What a day back then. Just thinking about it. Like, you could get away, and I'm not condoning this, but imagine you can really let loose back then, and you didn't have to worry about all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you're all over the internet, right? There's none of that. And what a time. I guess I get it. There's a lot of conveniences, especially in the day and age of AI, but man, what a time to be alive. You could just let loose and you didn't have to worry about any of that. Yes. Oh, man, I remember this. I used to do end credits. They took forever. And I was right about the bride's name. They took forever, honestly, like forever. And the worst part is you would get like a call or an email like, oh, you misspelled so-and-so's name. And I would just be like referencing off of like, I would take home like an invitation or like a program for the ceremony. And I'm like, look, I just spelled it the way it was on the program. And yeah, man, then you had to go back and re-edit and like export and we would even print. This would be like the back of a DVD case. And like, then you have to oh man. Whew. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. We do not have to do that anymore. That used to be a nightmare, having to go print these, cut them to size, put them in a black DVD case. We had boxes of these. You'd buy like 50 DVD cases. Like, I guess you'd call them like, they were just blacks. And you could do single or double disc, sometimes triple or quad, like 4 discs, like, because we'd also include the raw footage. Oh, man. Thank you. Look at that creative transition to an end. Whoa. So there you have it. Is that not crazy or what? Man, living through that for a minute. Bringing it full circle. Congrats to that couple. Technically, their mom reached out to me last year, and I think they had some troubles with their DVD or something of that nature, and wanted to know if we have the files. And I assume we do. We should have all of our files. And I could go on a long tangent about that. But what I do want to touch on, of course, is to that couple. Congrats to you guys, because I hear you guys are going strong, and that's amazing. And also, it was just cool to read the email from the mom, because she was like, hey, checking you guys out. You guys look like you're doing great, and congratulations on your success. So thank you. Thank you. It was awesome, that email. And if you are struggling to find the files, we can work with you and see what we can do magic-wise. But talk about bringing that puppy full circle. It was cool to hear from her. So now, also on a side note, this is important. I did email her back. I never got a response trying to help her out. And maybe she figured it out. And if not, please reach out. But we've been having a nightmare with email issues over the last, say, 2 years. It's not all the emails, but a few of the emails end up ending in a lot of our clients' spam folders. And sometimes when people are emailing us, your emails are being like disappearing. I could show you the screenshot, but it's like Google says something about the possible malware or something, and then it like just deletes it. Swear. And I've sent a few people this because they're like, hey, did you not get my email? And I'm like, what email? So I never even got to open it or anything. Like Google just pulls it. Like you'll see it for a minute, and then you'll be like, hey, I'll come to these emails a little bit later, and then it's gone. Crazy. So I spent the last few days, and while it was awesome for those guys to live in the world where you didn't have to worry about your having a good time on a wedding day popping up in everyone's feed the next day if you ended up a little too foolish. On the topic of AI helped walk through. I mean, there's still a lot of work, but helped walk through dialing in our email. So we cleaned up the signature. There was a million links, and a lot of that was because I get a lot of the same questions. So I was like, you know what, let's just make life easy for everyone. So we did that. And then a lot of security features we went through with Google and, of course, Bluehost, our provider for our website, and just setting, if you will, these higher echelons of security, so that way, hopefully, our emails moving forward won't be flagged as spam for you guys. So, and also help us out. If you see an email, just mark it that we're a contact, right? We would hate for our communications to get dropped. But yeah, man, what a time back then. So that was the early days of cinema for us, right? And things have changed. I have a video here, and Sandow Wows, we're still doing good on time. So here's a video I personally shot not too long ago. Finished it, delivered it. Congrats to this couple. One thing I want to make use of this time as well is being better about posting teasers, whether about photos or videos. I think that's important, right? We spend all this time creating this extraordinary, I would like to think it's extraordinary now, art of your wedding day love story, and why not have something that's shareable? And I kid you not, we counted the other day. I think we posted 8 times we counted last year in total. And probably over the last 2 years is probably like maybe call it 16 times on Instagram. It's embarrassing. This is what happens when you have a crazy life with kids. And Katie and I have been in survival mode, being that we do all the editing, whether it's an associate who shoots it or Katie or myself. So yeah, May through like the end of November, it just shoot, edit, shoot, edit, shoot, edit. And yeah, we are hoping to be better about, of course, creating and sharing teasers. Now, we've obviously created teasers, especially our cinemas and our videos, their files. They have a teaser and they can share it how they see fit. But I don't know, I like to create my own little spin. So that's what we're going to do here now. This is, once again, a video I shot just a few weeks ago. And let's kill the audio so we don't have to hear all of that. So all done. This is going to be relatively easy because all the heavy lifting is pretty much done. So do not judge me on this, okay? I don't want people to think like, wow, it was so easy to create. He created it in minutes. What you aren't seeing is the full week it took to go through, cut all this down, edit it, color grade it to perfection, and that was the finished product. So now we have this finished product with all these amazing, beautiful, small pieces. Think of it as like puzzle pieces. I can grab these and create something a little bit more unique. And that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to do my best to turn it over. Hopefully this doesn't get too boring for you guys. But the whole goal is for you guys to see in real life what this actually looks like. And let's roll with it. So I'm going to look really quick for free bonus, our wedding day V2. So quick point on this too. Yeah, it's a common thread. And man, my neck's already hurting. First time here, it's like this bend over. We're going to have to figure this mic thing out. My neck is killing me already. But common thread, I like to try to go above and beyond, right? Like that's important. That has been a staple of my success in many ways, right? And for you fellow videographers, photographers, try to go above and beyond, right? Go the extra distance, right? Make that habit, right? I think it pays huge dividends in the long run. So this I've done forever and ever. This is a free bonus V2. If you've been one of our video clients, you should have one of these, okay? So we're going to go visit this. And I am essentially going to, for all you people who don't know video editing, I'm going to go through and grab some of my favorite shots here. Now, traditionally, I've been also editing on my MacBook. So this is the first time I'm editing on my new Mac Studio. And also, I did buy this Mac Studio, kid you not, to utilize for AI. So the whole point was to download a language model and have this basically working as an agent. And I hope to get there. But there's been a million things, as you can imagine, and we just welcomed, of course, our son. I thought I was going to have the hat trick, but a healthy, happy baby, what more can you ask for? And we officially welcomed our first son. So it's been an amazing time, exciting time to say the least. Katie, shout out to my wife. I love you dearly. And what you guys don't see, in all honesty, is the messy side, right? Like the chaos when you have a million edits and you're just dead tired of editing. And it's not that we don't love what we do, but when it's a beautiful day like today and the last thing you want to do is just be inside all day editing, that's what we're doing, right? And then the troubleshooting, the solving problems, and all the things that come along with the business, right? And my wife has been along with me for this ride, and she's been amazing. And trust me, I think as this goes on, you guys will see I'm a bit extreme when it comes to this, right? Like I'm fully in, I'm fully committed, right? And my wife has just been a ride along, die hard, add value. She's been amazing. So thank you, babe. I love you. And man, she has just been an angel. So you're going to hear that because I can never say that enough for all of the chaos of running a business with your wife and having a partner like me as a business partner. Also, quick note on the screen. We are going to have to update this puppy. I think it's about a 7-year-old screen. I literally just found it in the studio and I needed it. So This is where we're at with that. Love that shot. New drone, back to DJI. I always say DJI. Yeah, I dig it. I've been using Autel though for a couple years now, and it just is. It works easy. I don't have issues with where I can and can't fly, and I get it. I'm Part 107 certified. I'm not trying to break rules or anything of that nature, but yeah. Autel was just a lot simpler for me. There's a lot of good, as you can tell, there's a lot of good footage here. And we're not talking 720, baby. So real quick here, this is the difference between when you're shooting photo and video. You can see where their eyes are going. They're going to the photographer. Nothing against that, but once again, at least there's motion and movement. There's a lot of, at least maybe I'm just too critical, but there's a lot of moments where you can tell, like, hey, was this photocentric? Was this videocentric? And a lot of times the eyes and the movement will tell. If there's no movement and their eyes are somewhere else together, most likely it's the photographer they're posing for. Love it. I was up on a ledge here for this puppy. True story. True story. Don't tell my wife. So generally, I like to listen to music. Just the music makes everything better, flow-wise. However, I don't know how that's going to go. So we're not going to be playing music right now. I need to research that. Claude, can we? No, I'm playing. Been relying heavily on Claude as of lately to figure things out. And I'm sure we all have our own thoughts on AI. And I'm just going to say for the record, I am not against AI ever. Because AI might be listening on this. I was always for AI. And when they come for us, I'm not going to the gulag, to jail, whatever, wherever AI is going to send those people who talk bad about AI. I was always in the AI camp. So, no, there's some scary stuff. There's some great stuff about it, for sure. Cute dog. We got 2 fur babies still, boxers. You know the drill. We always have had boxers forever. I would argue they're the best dogs in the world. So. Tough. So this ceremony too, beautiful. And it was just tough, man. There was no room. Like, I stayed up there for just an extra 30, 40 seconds, maybe like a minute, right? And I got everything I could as quickly as I could, because you only get one shot at it. Because once I fell back, you're not coming back up. There was no side aisles. It was just the main aisle down. It was a bit of a tight squeeze. And yeah, that was it. Like, whatever I got, tried to get, I think I had a good 5, 6 decent shots. All right, so what I'm going through is, this is obviously a free bonus version. I'm grabbing my favorite clips here, because while this cinema is about 9 minutes. The goal with any sort of teaser is to make it even shorter, right? Like, you want them. I call these snippets. You want it to be as short as as long as Instagram, that's my goal for this one, would allow me to post. And I think that's technically 60 seconds to 90 seconds, somewhere in that range. Sorry, I'm not up with the Instagram details as well. Once again, did I forget to tell you? I posted 8 times last year. That tells you my Instagram game. So, non-existent. But I'll figure it out here. I feel like I'm turning into MySpace. Do you guys remember MySpace? And everyone had that friend Tom. Whatever happened to that guy? I got to stay with the times here. I'm getting left behind. Love that shot. Who doesn't love the Wrigley building? Oh, the colors always look fantastic there. All right, I'm going to grab this. I have fat fingered this in the past, and we're not going to do that again. So, new project. This gets a little hard with this mic here. So, let's do, oh, of course, we're going to have to change some things. Because it's the first time I've technically edited on this. We'll call this. So, this can be my master snippet project here. Paste it in. So the concept is grab all the shots I like, bring them in, have a master snippet pool of clips I'd like, and then from there, categorize them into specific areas, if you will. Not specific areas, but specific times of the day, because the goal would be to make multiple teasers. It is the worst when you're going through and you fat finger it or you click the wrong spot and all of a sudden all of your work, like all of your selecting, you have to be unselected. You're like, no. I always feel bad. So we shoot the cake, and I'd love your guys' insight on this. Okay, so when you're shooting the cake, I just feel like it's strange shooting someone eating. Like, it's kind of my rule. And I get it, cake cutting is special and it's unique and it's a very special part of the day. But I don't know, it just feels strange always. You're shooting someone as they're eating, and I try to make it and grab the shot that is the least like, I'm eating kind of moment, if you will. But still, tell me, people, is this something we get rid of and not do, and we just include the cutting element? I'm totally up for opinions. This couple, quick note on this. Thank you guys. First, for entrusting me to capture your day personally. It was a ton of fun. But also, they made the time, the investment for shots like this, right? So they stepped outside, sun was setting, and they gave us a few extra minutes, right, to capture some unique elements of the day and really turn up, of course, our shot-making capabilities, right? Because honest to God, like, you could have the world's best photographer, videographer. If you don't give them any time, we're really just kind of limited on whatever we see, right? And how often are we all just like all day whimsically walking around perfectly and being cute and all that? Like, so that's where, once again, having someone who's a professional, giving them just a few minutes, extra minutes here and there to help guide, direct, and make it more, if you will, cinema friendly or photo friendly, then I think you are going to see huge return in that when you get to see your video. And thank you to these guys for making that investment, for stepping out for some of these shots. And it shouldn't take long. Like, well, it shouldn't, but that's a different story of experience, right? Ah, man, I love reactions. So this is one of my favorite things as well is hunting for reactions, if you will, on a wedding day. And I feel like it's definitely something that you learn over time, but looking and hunting and anticipating for those moments, those small giggles, those laughs, the smiles, the reactions, right? It doesn't come easy. You have to anticipate it, be at the right spot. And a lot of times it doesn't unfold the way you're hoping, right? So there's that element of satisfaction knowing that you got the shot and you were ready for it. And then times where you're like, it didn't happen, right? So, but yeah, it's something that I do enjoy the thrill of the hunt. All right, so these guys for sure let loose, man. It was fun. It was crazy. It was one of those moments where you're like, people are just moving all over. You're like, am I going to get ran over? And of course, I pick the time when these guys are cutting the grass. Shout out to the grass cutting team. Actually, with this mic, it probably shouldn't be too bad. So ultra selective. Love it. All right, so look, I get it. I'm a photographer as well, and your job is, shout out to the lawnmower and team for making the second lap, but your job is as well to get the best product humanly possible for your clients. So I get it. This was a multi-shooter team, and this is sometimes the challenge. I'm just being honest of what you're going to run into as a videographer, right? So looks like they're shooting TTL on the flash based off of the flash pattern I'm seeing. So TTL and multiple shooters, so it's just popping everywhere, right? Like there's nothing I could do. And it's challenging because too, your camera, at least sometimes the cameras will struggle to focus because of this constant, strobing of the flash, if you will. But man, I get it, and it's just a different style. Like they've never probably shot video, I'm guessing, and I'm not bashing them, but when I'm hybrid shooting, my objective is, okay, how do I maximize photos at certain times, and how do I maximize video at other times, right? So that is something I'm cognizant of. How do I minimize my flash impact throughout the day? It's rare that I use a flash aside from like the reception. And obviously in a case like this, totally understandable. But the caveat of having a second shooter, it's 2 times the flashes in TTL. I mean, you could shoot manual and there's, less flashing there. But it is what it is. Yo, I'm committed to this. I'm 100% committed. I don't know if you guys see this. I got sweat beads, man. It's going to be hot in here. We need to get the air going at some point. This first episode is a grind. I do got to lose some weight, so maybe I did spend some time in the sauna, though, today. So double action here on the sauna action. Love it. All right, I might have to run out. I believe, FedEx coming up. Let me check. Yeah, I got my FedEx guy. I'll be right back. Quick word from today's sponsor, B&H. No. I might as well have a picture on the wall of B&H for how much I've spent on them over the years. Uh-oh. All right, not going to flex. Don't think of this as a flex, because did we not just watch the video of how bad that was? And look, we're all at different points along the journey, fellow vendors, so trust me, I've lived the grind. I still grind in a lot of different ways, but when you can't afford it, go big. Oh, man. We're going to talk about this probably tomorrow. Yeah. Dang, Christmas came early. Wife wasn't too happy about that. But where were we? Okay, here we are. Man, I better pick it up. Okay. Give you guys a little better perspective of that puppy. Okay. Love it. How bad would that be? We go through all this and I don't even get to editing. I'm just selecting my pool here. I'm going to get at least one. Pick it up. See, this is the dilemma, man. I'm a talker. Don't get stuck on the phone with me, I'll tell you. Get on the phone with me. Better plan for a lot more time. That's a challenge. All right, we have our selections made. And if you're still with me, hear me out. I have the best details coming at the end. Promise, there's a lot of value coming at the end here. If you're a past client, hang in, okay? Or just, I guess, scroll to the end and take a peek. But, all right, here we are. Sandows, count me down. I better get rolling here. So we got our master. Okay, with that said, the goal would be I would generally break this up into different categories. So what I'm going to do for the sake of time is we're going to just create one today, and we'll pick this up possibly tomorrow. So I just kind of want be very the awkward silence. Man, there's a lot of good shots here. Dig it. My motion wasn't the best on that. I'll own that. Cool. I'll go with, let me grab, there should be. Looking for, ooh, do we do that? I think we do. Okay, cool. Got my selections. New project. Let's go vertical. Grab this. Now I'm all rushed here. We're not going to be able to do quite what I was hoping for. Man, this 1 hour challenge, I guess you can't talk as much, right? Honestly. If you are a powerhouse editor too, I'm always open for feedback. Please. It's tough, man. It's like, I feel like the urge to give a play-by-play here. Okay, dig it. Just some cropping here. Yep, I use Color Finale for my color grading. Let's see. Just going through, because it's vertical, we have to recompose a few of these crops. Super cool couple too, by the way. Super nice. And actually, the groom, I believe it was Paraguay, is where his parents have originated from. And I was looking at Paraguay as well for my winter travels because, as if you don't know, I'm the biggest baby when it comes to the cold, like big baby. I'm talking biggest baby you've ever probably met with the cold. But I will say this, I do have chilblains, and if I'm mispronouncing that in the medical industry, correct me. Self-diagnosed with chilblains. Ask Katie about it. That's why I can't be here for the winters. Serious, it's a thing, man. You should see my feet and my fingers, what happens to them. I may have self-diagnosed, but trust me, it's legit. All right, cool. So let's compose what we want here. Okay. Dang, dude, that sand's moving. Okay. Throw that. Is it Ray Roman that calls it eye candy? Shout out to the great Ray Roman. Boom. We just have to find a spot, maybe here. Boom. Dig it. All right. For the sake of, I want to run out of time, we're just going to roll with that. Accepted the challenge. So I'll accept it. We'll get it. Cool. Right just under that minute mark. All right. Let's grab a song. All right, music, my favorite by far, music bed. We're going to save that and talk about that in the future. Let's see. Yeah.
I already did it.
Actually, I dig this. We'll try this. Boom. Just want the end. Something like that. All right, let's give it a look. See what we got here. We got the guy with the blower now trying to break in my studio here. Actually, one change. Let's go. that doesn't get you jazzed up, woo, that's what we're talking about. Dig it. All right, we got to export this. Try some rendering now. All right, just going to export this. Oh, we didn't even set that up. Let's do. Justice later. And there you have it. We'll post this today. I know there's so much more we could do, but this damn sand dial, man. I'm telling you, man, this is the first. There's gonna be some bumps in the road here trying to figure this puppy out. I mean, I didn't even grab my drink yet. I'm over here sweating. We had to rip through this because I was talking the whole time. But yeah, we're done. First snippet, a bunch more we can make from this. And the reality I just want to spend a few minutes on is what is possible, right? What is possible with the footage, right? You know what? Let's not even go there. Let's not go there because that's going to take forever. Let's talk about something even better for you guys. So give me 2 seconds here. Let's see. Oh, snap. Did that work? Hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. It's free mini session, baby time. Let's talk about this. All right. Oh, no, we don't want to end. We knew we were going to mess something up. That didn't do anything. There we go. We knew there were going to be some bumps. We knew there were going to be some flubs. Free mini sessions. Hey, I absolutely love doing mini sessions, and we're going huge this year. So I have the pass for Cantigny. $600 more. Katie wasn't too happy about, but we want extraordinary. I want extraordinary, right? So the goal is with the free mini sessions is to max them out this year, right? So I'm going to be announcing slots here and through various other means. So it gives you some incentive to tune in. But yes, the mini sessions will be taking place. Well, I'm sure they'll take place. I want to sprinkle them in everywhere, but definitely Cantigny. And if you are a past client, please listen up. This is all you need to do today. I need you to literally DM us the word love. That's it. And I'm going to select 2. And I'll send you the details how to schedule your free mini session. Totally free. We've been doing it for years. And last year I slacked on it. So this year I want to bounce back hard. And it's all free, right? I'm going to shoot you. You get this free mini session totally free and some epic photos. Free. There's no cost to any of it. Well, I guess if we're going to Cantigny, you have to pay for parking because I'm not covering that. So it's like $5, I think, unless inflation has got you there. But totally free. And man, I'd love to see you guys out. Let's do the thing. And I'm really excited about that. So give me a second here. I'm going to go. I have to go check one thing. And then I think we're just about out of time. I'll touch a little bit more, of course, on the mini sessions and about where we're going with that. But I got to check one thing. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So today we went all the way back to one of our very first wedding videos. And look, the skill wasn't there yet. 14 years of reps will do that. But the bigger thing I noticed is the technology, obviously. The picture quality back then versus what we shoot now, night and day. Which brings me to you young shooters once again. You're spoiled. Spoiled. You have no idea. The gear you're starting on, the quality straight out of the camera, the tools. What took us years and a small fortune, kid you not, to figure out, you get on day one. And I love that for you. I do. But man, you have no idea. Here's the point. Every shooter starts somewhere. We started there, but you don't just magically get good. Nobody does. It's rep after rep, micro improvement after micro improvement. It's you consciously, relentlessly pushing to be a little better than you were yesterday, day after day after day. That's not luck. That's not talent. That's a choice you make every single morning. And you can do it. I'm living proof. And here's the part I love. This episode 1, is going to be the thing I look back on someday and laugh at. The thing I said weird, one day this will be a rough first draft we look back on. That's the whole point. you're watching the beginning of something. So wherever you are, with whatever you're building, start, then put in the reps relentlessly. Before I call it a day, once again, the free mini sessions, remember, if you're a past client, here's how it works. DM us the word love. That's it. The first 2 people that send it get the details from me personally on how to schedule your free mini session with me at Cantigny. 2 spots today. The word is love. Go. Same time tomorrow, hopefully. 2 more spots tomorrow. Talk to you guys then.